What's up, everybody? It's Justin Parnell back with another MTG Arena gameplay video on our journey for a free-to-play account. If you want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you want to check out the Thinktwice podcast, you can do so both on this YouTube channel as well as SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, and Stitcher. If you want to support the show, go to patreon.com/thinktwicemtg. Now, before we get in, one thing I want to do at the beginning of every episode is open the packs that we've gotten the last week. As you guys can see, I still have one more to get. I've played a little bit since the reset, but we still have one more pack to get. However, there is some small issue. Now, I've done a couple of drafts over the last few days, and that's where these core packs are coming from. However, as you'll notice, there are 36 packs of Guilds of Ravnica. Now, this is something you could get by doing the competitive metagame challenge and winning 7-0 gets you 30 packs. However, I didn't do that. I got these packs from what I believe, and this has not been communicated to me necessarily, but what I believe is because I was a featured streamer during the early access event. I got 30 free packs of Guilds of Ravnica. Now, I did a poll on Twitter asking if I should open these packs or not. I didn't pay for them, so they technically were free, but this is not something that every person is going to be able to have access to. So the poll came up for me to not open the packs, so instead I'm going to open these 5 and these 6 Guilds of Ravnica packs, and then we're kind of going to go from there. And I am going to play in a constructed league depending on what we open. I'll probably take a quick break. You guys won't really know, but I'll build the deck and then come back. But first, let's go ahead and get these packs open. So one thing I'm concerned about with these Ravnica packs is my mouse has been double clicking. Low balance contract, not very good. So I don't want to click the open 10 because I only want to open the 6. Okay, Vine Mirror is good from this one. Because for us, even commons and uncommons are notable. We got a rare wild card there, which is good. Apex of Power is not good. We did get a Viashana Pyromancer. Uncommon wild card, which is great. Dark Dweller Oracle, which is not great. We are in core set, so we don't have a ton. Common wild card, which is great. Mystic Archaeologist, which is playable. Okay. So I don't want to open 10. Okay, so it's going to let me just open them one by one. Okay, got another wild card. Oh. Okay, I think that was a Connive and Concoct. Alright, we're going to open one more. Conclave Tribunal, which is great. Find Finality, which is very good. Okay. Surveilling Sprite's fine. Night of Autumn is good. Uncommon wild card, and we got our mythic wild card from opening packs. Guild Mage's Forum, which is my 3rd one of those. That card is completely terrible. This is a good pack. 2 wild cards plus a Thought Erasure. Alright, that is a good one. Assassin's Trophy. Less good in Standard, but it's still good. Crackling Drake, which I am a big fan of, and a Vivid Renewal, which our friend Ali Aintrazi is a big fan of, but I probably will not play. Maybe in a different format. So we're not going to open these packs as much as I really, really want to. It has been decided that we are not going to open these packs. So before I make a deck, one thing I want to point out is everyone should be able to, if you're on a free-to-play account, should be able to get the 10 different 2-color decks. And you can actually see them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've upgraded these 2 and played them a little bit. This was a singleton deck that I played for the first weekend, which is actually pretty good. But you can see the 10 decks that you can get, and oftentimes, in most cases, you actually get a mythic rare that ends up being pretty good. Now, I have a Ral and a Vraska I actually have 2 Vroskas just from doing limited events. And the Vroska, or the one of the Rals, one of the Vroskas, and a Teferi from being a beta tester and closed beta. So those are things that you really want to do to make sure you can maximize your ability to play free to play. Not only that, not only getting all of these decks, but making sure that you redeem all of your codes. So redeeming, if you go to the store and go to redeem code and you enter play Ravnica. Now I've already redeemed this code. It's not going to tell me that, but this will get you 3 Guilds of Ravnica booster packs. You can also, as we did last week, do a free sealed deck from getting a sealed code. And if you didn't go to a pre-release to get a sealed code for yourself, I'm sure you can find one on the internet. As some people were saying last week, yeah, you might have had to spend money, but you also didn't necessarily. So I'm going to poke around in the deck builder for just a minute and kind of see what we can do, because I do want to play in probably just one of these constructed events and see what we can get. See if we can get to these 7 wins so we can get 1,000 gold and some cards. So, all right, everybody, we are back. When I say we, I mean, you guys probably sat there for all of 3 seconds, but I have put together a kind of a mashup of a Wizards deck and a Drake deck. So I'm only really using what I have. I didn't use many wild cards. For this deck, I actually only used 3 uncommon wild cards on Wizards Lightning, on 3 of them. We have a Wizard, 3, 7, 13, 14 Wizards. And then we have 4 Drakes and 2 Gutter Snipe, which are Shaman and not Wizards, despite them doing wizardy things. We are our mana base is a lot of basics. We have 1 Sulfur Falls just because we got that in the new player experience blue-red deck. Other than that, it is just burn spells. Interesting. I guess the only really interesting thing that I have in here is I have 1 maximum velocity, which I've actually been very impressed with this card. Surprisingly enough, giving like your Enigma Drake haste when it's gigantic towards the end of the game comes up more than you would think. I think it's actually a nice little one of. Outside of that, this is just a very aggressive deck. We're only going to be playing with 20 lands, but our curve is very, very low. We're probably never going to be able to kick Fight with Fire, but this is just a good removal spell for something like a Lyra Dawnbringer and Steel Leaf Champion and such. So other than that, everything is 3, and then we have the 1 Crackling Drake, which is 4. Upgrades I would make to this deck are either going in one of the directions, either the Wizard direction or the Drake direction. I think I prefer the Drake direction because you can probably be a little more control-y, and then you can finish them with just the Drakes. I think I would still play the Siren Storm Tamers. This card is just very good at protecting your creatures that are going to kill your opponents, which are up in this area. So we're going to jump into a constructed event right here. We're going to pay our 500 gold and we're going to give it a shot. So let's go. All right, game 1 with blue-red Wizards Drakes. Either way, this is a keep. We have a bunch of 1-drops, 2-drops, and both of our colors are mana. We are going to start off with a mountain. That way on turn 2, we have the option of playing Charter Course, which is unlikely, or more likely playing Gitu Lavaruna plus the Siren Storm Chaser. So I guess we're going to attack here first. Our opponent's not going to block unless they're crazy, but maybe they are. We can only hope, right? So if they play a big foe on turn 2, okay, they're not. Steel Leaf Champion is something that can kill us pretty quickly, but we do have a Fight with Fire to take it down. Shock would be a great draw. As it stands, we're just going to attack. And then draw 2 with our charter course. All right, attack with everybody. Damage. Alright, let's draw 2 cards. Excellent. Can't play this Iron Sword Tamer, so we're gonna play our tapped land and then pass. Resplendent Angel. Excellent draw here. So we are going to take down this Resplendent Angel so we can get in for some more damage. Wish we would tap that differently, but here we are. Should have tapped it with red. That was a mistake. That way we could opt at end of turn, which is something that we definitely wanted to do. Instead, we're going to waste a mana. They were talking about naming the Scorpion. And I don't know what the name was, but I've been calling him Jonathan. Not John, but Jonathan. To clarify. Okay. Would have loved to opt that to the bottom. As it stands right now, we're going to go ahead and opt. Alright, well, it looks like we would have drawn that either way. Drawn a land either way. And then a Gutter Snipe. Happy to pick up the Gutter Snipe, though. Alright, we're not going to sacrifice one of the Lava Runners quite yet. That is a play that I'm willing to make, but it's just not this very second. Our opponent's got to have their defenses up. Okay, well, looks like that might have been the time. Another land in our 20 land deck. Well, we're going to hold this in case. Nope, I guess we're not. No, we're not going to hold it. Take it back. We're going to attack with our Siren Storm Tamers and pass the turn. Got our opponent down to a higher life total than they were when they passed the turn last time. So that's good. That's where we want to be. Night of Autumn, they're going to gain some life, no doubt. Essentially going to gain 5. Oh yeah. Yep, this is looking rough. I'll tell you that. The fact that these have vigilance is going to be bad news. Bad news for us. I will take this double block, though. We're going to take 10, go to 10. Only one of our creatures will fight it. And it's going to be difficult for us to get out of. Our opponent is out of cards, but not out enough. All right. Well, there's our 2 Fight with Fires, which are some of the worst draws we could have had. We're gonna take down these Elf Knights. So our opponent can attack us for 9, presumably. I'm willing to trade our Gitu Lava Runner with their Night of Autumn. Looks like they're also willing to make that trade. Okay. We're in surprisingly not bad shape considering I think they've gained 10 life this game. We're not going to be blocking with our Gutter Snipe. No blocks. My hope is that we can... Okay, that's a good one. is that if we can get a Drake. I believe we're going to attack with these two. Although I don't want to have to block with my Drake. In case they have a Conclave Tribunal, which seems like a card that they would have. Okay. Right, happy to make that trade. So we're really just looking to pick up any burn spell at this point. And we're just going to block with a Storm Tamer here. This doesn't have trample, so... Opt is good. Wizard's Lightning is good. We're going to attack with all of our creatures. Just in case. In case they can gain some life, they cannot. Alright. That was a close one. Our opponent gained a lot of life. They almost escaped. But they did not. Alright. Game 2. This is not a good hand. We have our 2 Fight with Fires, which... I mean, they did help, I guess, last time. But we are going to mulligan this. We can find something better. This hand is a little slow. We don't have any creatures, but we do have fixing and some ops, so we're going to keep... We'll keep the Lightning Strike. I don't like to read too far into people's names, but this guy... Our opponent's name is Boros Hexblade, so of course they're playing Overgrown Tomb first, which makes sense. Exactly what you would think is them playing Overgrown Tomb. We're going to opt at the end of our opponent's turn. We'll take care of that District Guide later. Getting a basic forest, we're going to opt. We are going to put the Siren Storm Terror on the bottom. We are in search of another land. Gutter Snipe's not bad if we can pick up a land. But I think I just want to... No, I really want to hit a land drop. So, we're going to opt. We're going to put the Pyromancer on the bottom. Excellent. Okay. Now we will play this Pyromancer. Chupacabra, that's totally fine. We have much better creatures in our hands. I think I'd like one more land. I was going to say an island would be preferable. So this does a good job of blocking, right? But this is going to be more damage to our opponent. So I would rather just get in the Gutter Snipe. That way if I need to shock for some reason... Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and shock the... I'm going to shock the District Guide. So if they get it back, they don't get to kill... They don't get to kill our Drake that we're going to play next turn. Another Pyromancer. So I think I want to just play Drake. No, I think I want to play Drake and Velocity. Hit for 5. Though we're going to have to discard. We're going to just... I mean, we can't keep everything, unfortunately. Yep, I'm going to do that. Ultimately, that is the most damage. Gonna put it down to 11. They're likely going to kill this, which is not going to be great. Lightning Strike is more damage than the Pyromancer, but this can block this, so we're going to pitch the Lightning Strike. This at least gets our Drake bigger regardless. Yep, okay. So that will be good, getting at least having a blocker. And we are going to... We're just going to attack with our fellow here. Oh, that was bad, actually. Oh, that was awful. Now they can just bring this back and kill our guy. That's what we definitely wanted to avoid. I even talked about it earlier. So now they're just going to get Chupacabra back. I doubt it's going to be anything over here. Yep. Terrible play. That could cost us the game. Well, that's going to be bad. They're going to get their Eldest Reborn back. So we are on a 2-turn clock. Right where you want to be. That's no good. Blink of an eye? Okay. Also not great. Another District Guide. This is just a very, very Golgari grindy deck. This is actually another deck that I considered making, since it's a lot of uncommons that I happen to have. We don't really want to bounce any of their creatures. Now, of course, we're going to die if we don't, but I don't know. I don't really see a way out of this. Maybe, yeah, maybe they just play the Eldest Reborn now, so we can potentially play a creature and be able to blink of an eye. Guess we bounce. I think we're still dead, unfortunately. Even if we bounce this, we can bounce this, which is not exactly what we want. Okay, well, we'll do that. It's the only play that makes us not just lose the game immediately. This makes us lose the game next turn. No cards to discard. What a useless Eldest Reborn opponent. Boros Hexblade, you tricked me. Oh, let's take our 4 damage. Okay. Well, this is the best use for this. Alright, 1 down. Alright, game 3 in our constructed league. I am going to keep this hand. We're 1-1, we're on the play. This allows us to get a little aggressive, which is what we want. So I have a question. How is this a wizard and this is not? Wizard, shaman. No sense. Makes no sense at all. Okay, excellent. Slow start for our opponent. We're going to be able to get a gutter snipe down. And start dealing some large amounts of damage. Gutter Snipe is very powerful, especially when you have an actual lightning bolt. Blood Operative. Okay, no problem. I imagine they're going to not exile that. They do not. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and Lightning Strike here so we can attack. We're going to deal our opponent 2. And get our attacks in, and then next turn we can just play our other 2 cards out. Chupacabra, imagine it takes down the Gutter Snipe. We're going to remove our blocker again. Put our opponent at 4 and then play the Drake. This way we only have to get 2. And alternatively, if our opponent makes a couple of blockers on the ground... Okay, so much for that. Now we still have a pretty good shot. Yep. That's a very good shot. Alright. Easy one. This is how I want all of them to be. Alright, we are in game 4. Trying to get a 7. We are 2-1. This is a slowish hand, but we do have a Wee Dragonauts and some ops, so I'm going to keep it. All our threats are very cheap, so this type of hand is very attractive. We have a Watery Grave from our opponent. Wish that came into play untapped, but here we are. I'm going to go ahead and play the Lake tapped. Not necessary for us to opt twice. In fact, we probably want to keep one for the Wee Dragonauts attack. I think I would rather have threats. So we're going to put this on the bottom. Excellent. We actually put it on the bottom? We did. Because this Wee Dragonaut is either going to get countered or bite the dust immediately. That I am sure of. Our opponent has a very expensive mana base. I don't know if we have any rares in our deck at all. I think we're just commons and uncommons only. I'd love for our opponent to tap these other 2 lands. No, they're not going to do that for us? Okay. Well, we're going to attack. And hopefully our opponent does not have a seal away. Alright. We're going to lightning strike here. We get 6 damage in. And actually I think while we can, I think I want to get a lot of damage in. We can chart a course later. I'm also going to opt here. We're going to put any land on the bottom and any non-land other than like Fight with Fire on the top. Okay. Okay, well, let's see if we can half our opponent's life total. Excellent. Well, I'm legitimately surprised we were able to get that that damage in. Ooh. Ritual of Soot. Okay. I guess you had to do it. Oh, Pyromancer's good. Pyromancer's really good. And we're going to go ahead and chart a course. Prepare for next turn. Let's discard this mountain so we can opt at the end of our opponent's turn. They're getting very low, obviously. 3 is quite low. I'd love for them to tap out and play like a Lair Dawnbringer and thinking that they're safe. Moment of Craving, okay. That'll get them a couple of life. Okay, let's opt Storm Tamer. That's a very slow clock. We're going to put that on the bottom. Mountain, that's a much slower clock than even Storm Tamer is. Okay, Gutter Snipe is very good. If they try to kill this, like a Moment of Craving or the like, we're just going to bounce it back to our hand and then replay it next turn. Cast Down. Not as good as Moment of Craving, but it'll do all the same. So now any burn spell is lethal along with Gutter Snipe. We are going to play this. That way we can blink of an eye with Kicker. Our opponent's still unable to flip this search, but does let him dig. Get those lands off the top of their deck. Okay, let's bounce our friend here again. That's a Lava Runner. Can we pull it out? If we get any spell... Oh, there. Here we got him. Alright, we'll just play this Lava Runner. And these two Gutter Snipes. Alright. Got a control deck. That was good. Alright, Game 5. Not match 5 since they're single games. Game 5. We're on the play. We do have a couple of options, but I would rather see more lands. This is a significantly better hand. We're going to scry any land to the bottom and any non-land. We're likely going to keep it. Yeah, we will certainly keep this one. Land to the bottom. All right. Our one of maximum velocity. It's going to be another Ajani's welcome deck. Ajani's not welcome. That's what I've learned. They're not very welcoming. I'm over here trying to kill them, and all they want to do is gain life. You see how that can be an issue? We're going to play our Dragonauts. Not going to attack here. Fairy Wizard. See, this, they got it right. Unlike, oh, Gutter Snipe. Revitalize. Wow, they are really... They really want to be sure that... No, we can't kill them, eh? Okay. Interesting attack. Is there something for one mana plus 2? No, I don't want to block. I'd rather just take the 2 damage. We're gonna play the Lava Runner, but we can't attack with it. That's okay. Got our opponent all the way down to 19. Johnny's Pride Mate. Okay, I assumed that was we were gonna be seeing. I would like to draw a land here, so we can blink of an eye this with Kicker. Excellent. This will get us in some damage. Then we can kill it next turn. That's good. We are going to attack here. Our opponent's likely going to block the G2 Lava Runner, but, you know, that's okay. A lot of people playing these life gain decks. I'm not in. I'm not in for that. As long as Johnny's Pride Mate stays under... Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll kill this instead, I guess. I think I want to go ahead and maximum velocity now. And then hold this land. It doesn't really matter what creature we do it on. Try to get our opponent low. This way we can hold it, do it next turn. Enigma Drake would be a great draw. Pride Mate. Man, this thing is so annoying. Ugh, God, come on. The thing is, these things can kill us very quickly. I mean, if our opponent can make, like, a token. Opt. Storm Tamer, that's got to go on the bottom. Stormtamer's just not going to do it. Island, which is obviously much worse. Okay. So we could have put Stormtamer on top, then put this back. That's another 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. Could I got our opponent to 6? Oh no. Okay. So now we need another fight with fire or... Ugh. Well, fortunately they didn't put it on this one. It's not going to matter much. Has vigilance too? Oh, we're just dead. Now I need the... We need the blink of an eye? Just to not die? Yeah, we're dead. We are dead. Well, Johnny's welcome. Not very welcome to everybody. Okay. I'm just gonna say good game. We cannot come back. Alright, that's 2 down. 2 in the loser bracket. Alright. 3 and 2, so we're in game 6. This is an excellent hand though. So we're definitely gonna keep this one. This is one of the better ones we've had. We hope our opponent is not playing a Johnny's Welcome. Although they are a Johnny, so we're going to really have to hope. Because that is not a good matchup for us. We're trying to do as much... Okay. Had a minor freak out there for a second. Thought we were going to be seeing turn 1 of Johnny's Welcome, which I would have not been happy with. Okay. Knight of Grace. You got it. I can kill that later. Or... yeah, I'll kill it later. This way, in case we draw a gutter snipe, I can get a couple of extra damage in. I'm not worried about taking damage, necessarily. Mr. Benalia, sure. Just block this Knight of Grace. We'll hold this mountain for a second. Okay, so let's opt. Lightning Strike is good. We'll keep that one. Looks like we're just going to race our opponent here. He can hit us for 4 next turn. We'll hold up our Stormtamer in case they try to get our Enigma Drake. And then next turn we can shock and lightning strike them. Oh, I'm probably attacking for 2. Interesting. Interesting line. Midnight Reaper. Deals 1 damage to you and you draw a card. Okay. So if I get one of your creatures. Okay, so they're taking down the Drake. We'll counter the ability. Well, they think they're taking down the Drake anyway. Alright, that's not bad. That should be able to get them next turn. Because we could do 5, 7, 9, so we wouldn't be able to get them. And let's get... is this a knight? Of course it is. Well, while we do want them to lose life, we don't want them to draw a ton of cards, so let's go ahead and just get this one. This also makes Knight of Grace a little smaller. Yep, 10. Okay. So, unless they can remove both of these, which looks like it's going to be very difficult. I mean, we can take 12 here. But I don't think we're going to take more than that. Cast down? Okay. Still not attacking with Knight of Grace, which is very interesting. Oh, they do have another Tribunal. Okay. So, we're going to Pyromancer. End of turn. We're going to blink of an eye the Tribunal and then just attack them. We don't even really need this. We have 3 in here. 4, 5. Vraska's Contempt. That'll go to 8. Okay, we're still going to be able to get them. I just want to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I go to 8. Okay, that's fine. They also did this before they attacked, so now I could just eat one of their creatures. Which I'm gonna do. I'm gonna eat one of their vigilance creatures in case they have a convoke card. And then we will finish them off. We need to get in a little bit of extra damage, but no need. Okay. No Johnny's welcome that time. All right, we're 4-2, game 7. This hand is quite good. We're going to keep it. A lot of removal, which might be necessary if we're playing against a mountain deck. We're going to go ahead and get the Storm Tamer out. I'd rather do that and hold on to these for a second. Especially with the Gutter Snipe available. Runaway Steamkin? Okay. So that we're going to want to kill quickly. And I believe the answer is we're going to want to kill it right now. We're going to want to kill it right now. We're going to kill this Lightning Strike. So the thing I'm concerned about is Goblin Chain Whirler, which we have not had the pleasure of playing against yet. Oh, we have a Sarkhan the Fireblood. Okay, Sarkhan Fireblood. So we can take him out and then play our Pyromancer, which I would like to do. We'll deal 2 here to our opponent. We're going to 3 to Sarkhan.
Don't stop now.
Sarkhan's crazy.
Like you mean
Didn't like that one too much. Justice Strike. Okay. So our opponent does have some white mana. Varric's Blade Wing. Okay, well conveniently. That is a loud dragon. We do have a fight with fire. So even though we are losing damage from the Gutter Snipe, this will ultimately pay dividends when we have our Drakes. Okay, so they're spending their removal to remove our creatures. No problem. Speaking of which, we're going to want to go ahead and play this. It's our best threat. No guarantee this will be able to get through unblocked next turn. They can't lava coil this if they have that. Looks like they're going to spend 2 removal spells. All right, this is great. We're running our opponent out of cards. Okay, well we're just going to Gutter Snipe and then opt at end of turn. Or in response to them trying to kill this. Looks like that's going to be the case. Mountain on the bottom. Charter Course is good. We'll hold this to see if we can draw 2 with it. If we can't, we're gonna cast it next turn regardless. I'm hopeful we are able to draw 2. Alright, no such luck. Okay, so we're gonna draw 2 and discard this island. Yep, discard a island. Okay, we'll play the other island. So our opponent is at a virtual 5. Where is that Crackling Drake that's in our deck, that 1? We haven't seen that show up yet. Our opponent and I have drawn the same amount of lands. There's our maximum velocity, which actually can, if it's on the right creature, can just kill them immediately. likely holding 2 removal spells again at this point, so... Okay. We're going to play this mountain. We'll hold the island to discard this maximum velocity or what have you. Another mountain. We'll play that. In case we need to play all these at the same turn. We're fortunate our opponent didn't draw a threat early because I likely wouldn't have killed it for a few turns since we're fairly close to having our opponent dead. They just have all the removal. Whew. We have nothing. We got nothing here. The reason I'm playing these out is so we can, if needed, play a lot of things in the same turn. Demanding Dragon. We're taking 5. In combat. Okay, so... Can we draw some sort of threat? Or are we going to be forced to use this burn on the Demanding Dragon? Which we're going to have to decide during our opponent's next turn, because... Of course. Alright, well there's a Storm Tamer, which I imagine is going to draw some removal. We will hold on to these for now. We do have 1, 2, another Demanding Dragon, 3, 4, 5. This would be 6, 7. We're going to sacrifice this creature because we're going to have to kill the one that is attacking us with our burn spells. We don't want to, but we now have 2 dragons that are trying to kill us. So that's not what we want. Another mountain. Okay. Has unfortunate draws. Our opponent has drawn fairly unfortunately too. They have 8 out. We have 8 out. We have 2 in hand. Okay. Now they've drawn better. All right, fight with fire. Come on. Yes. Oh man. Yeah, just that. 10. 10 will do. All right. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Everybody. We earned that one. We earned that one. No one can take it away from us. All right. 5 and 2. This is game 8. Great hand. Very good hand. We're going to keep this one. I believe our opponent is on the play, though. They are. Very aggressive, a lot of interaction. Well, we were talking about never kicking that fight with fire. Just when it counts. Just when it absolutely has to count. That's a little terrifying. I'm going to save this Wizard's Lightning for whatever horrific flying creature we're going to have to battle. Like this one, like Thief of Sanity. That's a good one for us to have to use this on. Which I will happily do. I'm going to do this so we can opt. Get a little bit of extra damage in. Shock. Shock's not great. Especially with the favorable, I was going to say unfavorable winds. Unfavorable for us anyway. The favorable winds. Stormtamer's also going to be pretty poor since we know they're going to have flying creatures. This is the one that I was concerned about because it's big. We're likely going to have to... I do like that. I do like Chart Course. We're likely going to have to burn our opponent out this game. Chart Course is a good one to do it. So we could attack. I actually think we want to attack now. We'll hit our opponent for 3, but that lets us just draw 2. It's likely they're going to sit back, and this just gives them a chance to play creatures. So our G2 Lava Runner is likely going to bite the dust. There you go. Put him to 10. Draw 2. 2 mountains. Wow. Okay. That was not great. 2 mountains, not great. Well, let's hope we can avoid a Vrosk's Contempt. Thought Erasure. Well, you're going to be disappointed. I mean, you get our Opt. That's not nothing, but we're equally as disappointed as our opponent on that Thought Erasure. Now let's see what they would have gotten had we been able to cast the Opt. A much better card. Look at that. Big Enigma Drake. No attacks. We're going to have to get multiple of these to be able to break through this thing. Twilight Prophet. Alright. I don't suppose you want to attack with that Night Veil Predator, do you? We might have to fight with fire again for our opponent to defeat them. We have 7. Oh, wow. That's an interesting attack. No blocks. Wizard's Lightning, that's not bad. Okay, well, let's attack with these, and so if we attacked with this one, we would have killed our opponent. So we messed up. 4, 5, 6, 7. So they don't have it yet. We're still just going to do this. I can't believe we messed that one up though. We just literally just had the game. We are going to need for them to not... We're going to need to draw a burn spell before they get the City's Blessing. Which they can get in 2 turns. So we have 2 draw steps. Thief of Sanity, alright. Hopefully that mistake does not just burn us to the ground. No box. Another Enigma Drake, okay. We're going to hold this 1 mountain. Okay, they have 8 permanents, so they in theory could get the City's Blessing this turn. Which gives us 1 turn. Okay, that's 1 permanent. What is this? I'm gonna block this. I don't quite understand the attack. Another Siren Stormtamer. All right. Well, we have more attackers than they have blockers. I really don't get that one. Are they trying to put creatures in their graveyard? There's something I don't know. We avoided the ascension of the cities to get to the City's Blessing. Here's a Pyromancer. Let's see if this just wins. Yep. Okay. Alright. We're not punished. We're not punished by our terrible mistake. Game 9, the last one. We're 6-2. Here's the Crackling Drake and a terrible hand to go with it. So we are going to mulligan this one. This hand is also not good. I really don't want to go lower, but this maximum velocity is just no good. So, all right, we're going to keep this one. We'll keep the Gutter Snipe. It is just a non-land. So that's pretty much the litmus test here. Okay. I think we might be playing on the defensive this round, this game. It could be a mirror match, a little mirror match action. No blocks. Let's see. It is going to be a mirror match. Mirror match on the wall. We're going to play this Wee Dragonauts. I would rather keep the Gutter Snipe around. If they attack, I will not block. I'll not block anything. No blocks. You can't fool me. Oh, that's not good. This card will be a problem. I would say a sizable problem. Right, we're just going to play this and pass the turn. We're going to try to escape from this 5 mulligan to 5 hole. I legitimately don't know what we're going to do for... Okay, so we're gonna block here. And then we're gonna opt. Deal our opponent 2. We're gonna take 2. They could kill this in response, but at least we did block it. And then we're just gonna have to fight with fire on our turn. We do not want this. Another Gutter Snipe, okay. Well, if we draw a shock, then that's not the worst. Okay, so they're gonna opt. Try to get a couple extra damage here. On top, so likely a burn spell. Lightning Strike on our Wee Dragonauts, most likely. Yep, okay. So I think we have to attack this turn specifically. I'm fine if our opponent blocks here. They didn't. That's more concerning. We're going to play this Gutter Snipe. And 8. We are going to block with it if given the opportunity. If not, then they'll need a couple of burns. Ugh. Ugh. Yuck. Okay, we're gonna counter that. I don't think so. Targets me, so the Storm Chaser can defeat it. Okay, we're going to 4. So we are dead. We needed another burn spell. I assume that our opponent will figure it out and attack us. We can get him to 9, which is respectable, but we're still dead, nonetheless. Good game. Just a little bit short. All right. Well, we got really close, guys. We got really, really close. We did get to the point, 6 wins, which is really, I mean, 7 is obviously the goal, but the only difference for this is 200 gold. The thing you really want to get for free to play is, so the difference from 5 wins to 6 wins is you get 3 cards, and one of them is going to be at least a rare, and then you get 2 uncommons. With this, the 6 wins and the 7 wins, you get at least 2 rares, and then 1 uncommons. So this is the big jump. I'm not as worried about the 200 gold. We only fall 500, so we made 303 cards. So not too bad. So let's see what we got. Okay, so we got 2 rares and a mythic. That's great. Wayward Sawtooth, okay. Not the worst. Fathom Captain, not great. And Chance for Glory. Well, that would make Ali Aintrazi happy. Probably not us. But, I mean, these are cards. So, getting any rares and mythics is always good. None of these are terrible. If we're trying to make budgety decks, then they're all playable. So, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go back to the deck, and we'll chat about it real quick before we head out. So, changes I would make. The wizard version with all of these wizards here is the more aggressive version. Now, there's a couple of other wizards. Maybe there's not. Oh, wizard, not wizards. Okay, wizard. Mystic Archaeologist, you get one of those. Omen Speaker, not too aggressive. Can't do Silvergill Adept because we don't have enough Merfolk. Even Wind Mage is... I think this is just like a terrible version of Enigma Drape despite being a wizard. Exclusion Mage is actually pretty good. It can be an offensive card, but you're kind of always playing it last. All of these are too expensive. And then we go into red, and we're pretty much playing all of our wizards. I do have a Niv Mizzet. I guess we should look at this to see all of the wizards you could possibly get. Merfolk Trickster is very good, hard on the mana, so it's difficult when you're working with a lot of basic lands. Still not really anything in the blue. You want to keep your colored mana symbols very minimal. Crackling Drake is probably the exception just because this card is so powerful. Dismissive Pyromancer, if I had one of these, I would have played it. It's a good looter. Wizard's Lightning, obviously very good. And that's pretty much it. So we're actually pretty close. For the Drake version, you really just want the Drakes. You also have actually Goblin Electromancer, which is a very good one. Makes your Fight with Fire's cheaper, your Chart of Course is cheaper. Turns this into Lightning Bolt. Turns Wizard Lightning into Lightning Bolt also. But outside of that, yeah, Goblin Electromancer, and then I'd leave the Cinderwind if you have that. If you're going with the Drake version, I would just play a lot of Burn and just as many cantrips as you can. You can also play Niv Mizzet because it plays well with all of those type things. And if you have a Ral, which if you did the beta test, you probably do. I have one. Same with the one Teferi. Full art Ral Zarek. So, or Ral, is it Viceroy? Excuse me. Not the Dragon's Maze version. But yeah, we did pretty good. Blue-red Wizard Drakes. 6 wins. Probably not too far off. I would imagine if you tuned it a little more, you could probably take it to the competitive league. But thank you guys very much for watching this week. I think we did pretty good. We're gonna probably switch back and forth between limited and constructed week to week because I actually think that is something as a free-to-play player that you're probably wanting to do. Limited gets your collection grown the quickest, but the constructed events, I think, in my opinion, is the easiest way to farm gold. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to try this. Try going back and forth between limited and constructed. That means limited next week, but thank you guys for watching so much. Again, if you want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, leave a comment. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what do you think about these packs that we got here, these 30 Guild of Ravnica packs, now 31, and what we should do with these since we have them in the account. Thank you very much for watching. Check out Thinktwice. You can search Thinktwice MTG on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, Stitcher, and you can find the episodes here on youtube.com/ThinktwiceMTG. All right, that's it for this week. Catch you next time.